So coming into a cross-legged position, and I'm sitting on my blanket. So Yin Yoga is very much about being comfortable, being warm, being cozy. So you really can never have too much support. So you want to be seated. If you need anything under the knees, under the lower spine, if you even want to sit against a wall, that's okay, as long as you are comfortable and the spine can be long. Once you're there, just send the palms up to the ceiling, maybe touching the thumb and the first finger, and then let your eyes close. See if you can drop your shoulders a little lower, send your spine a little taller. And imagine you're drawing a curtain around the outside world. So you're in your own little cocoon, your space, your mat. This time is just for you. I'm going to start to bring awareness to the breath. Bringing awareness to both nostrils, and just start to inhale, if you can, to the count of 4 or 5. Take a pause at the top, and then I'd like you to take your exhalation out of your mouth. Sigh it out. And again, that inhale through the nose. Count to 4, 5. Pausing. And that sigh out of the mouth, just letting go. Take a few more rounds of your breath here. Seeing if you can start to make your exhalation longer than your inhalation. Now bring in awareness just to the nostrils. So you inhale and you exhale through the nose. Drawing the breath all the way into the belly. Filling the body with the breath. Again, taking a pause before you exhale. bringing your awareness to the mind. Just notice it, any thoughts that may be there. And then with the awareness back to the breath, just exhale that active mind. Like you're pushing away those thoughts with your breath. A bit like a snow globe as the snow starts to settle. Turn your palms down to the knees and drop the chin to the chest. It feels okay to keep the eyes closed, do so, and start to rotate through the head, through the neck. Keep your movement really slow, so you're aware of the whole of the neck. Maybe even going even slower as you turn the head in a full circle. As you reach the chin to the chest, reverse your circle. Again, slow and controlled. Taking one more full circle. Maybe slowing down even more. And when you're ready, just make your way back to center. I'm going to drop the left hand to the mat and just bring up the right arm. Bend into your left elbow, stretch long with the right arm. You can keep your gaze forward, you can turn your head towards the right arm, stretching down the right side. Slowly, we start to come back up. We drop the right hand to the mat, bringing the left arm up. Seeing if you can keep your movement really slow. Stretching down the left side. And slowly making your way back up. We're going to come onto hands and knees, so just shift away from a blanket if you had it in place. And just before you come into that position, you can place your bolster like mine towards the top of your mat. Just have it a little bit away from the top so you have some space just in front of it. And then we're going to come into that table position. So let's take a few cat-cow breaths. We inhale, we drop the belly. We exhale, we roll the spine, tucking in the chin. Pushing the spine up, grounding the palms. We keep moving breath and spine together. Maybe letting the eyes close. Slow and steady. Coming back to table when you're ready. We're going to lay over our bolster. So if you drop your elbows down, drop your hips down to your mat, and you want to have your tummy towards your mat, but your arms over your bolster. So your palms are going to come down, your hips are grounding into the floor, and then you should be able to just rest your chin to your bolster. Adjust, so if you need to adjust a little the upper body, relax your toes. So you have a slight back bend in your lower spine. If it doesn't feel comfortable with the chin, you can always bend the elbows and rest the head in the hands. But just make sure the belly, the hips are on the mat. The chest and the upper body is on your bolster. See if you can breathe into the space in your shoulders. See if you can breathe into your belly. Softening the hips into the ground. More breaths here. Starting to bring the head back up. Bring your hands just behind your bolster. Push yourself up and back into a child's pose. So if you want your hands to your bolster, you can reach for it. If not, your hands are on your mat, your forehead comes down. You sit back to your heels with the arms long. Always be resting on some gentle support. Coming back to breathing down the spine, into the belly. Simply noticing the whole of your body. Like you're really tuning into every part. Feeling the body is healing the body when we listen, when we take notice. Just respecting your body's wisdom. What it may be telling you as you move through your practice. Making your way back into your table, we're going to draw our right knee towards our bolster. Turn the big toe to the side of the mat and walk your left leg back. Draw that bolster towards you. We're coming back down onto it. Reaching with the arms, resting the back of the arms on the bolster, maybe the chin down too. And you're going to feel that into your right glute, your right knee, the hamstring, the lower back. Making sure the upper body is supported. Making any adjustments that you need. And let's rest here. Knowing it's okay if thoughts come into your mind. Acknowledge them. And then just see if you can let them go. Knowing as you hold, you start to uncover those layers. Maybe not realizing just what your body is holding on to. Letting your inner wisdom guide you, maybe needing to come out earlier, maybe wanting to stay longer. There's no right or wrong as we move through this class. When you feel ready, take a walk onto your elbows, resting the elbows on the bolster. And then sit into your right glute to slowly bring yourself up and back into your table. No rush, take your time. Relaxing the toes, grounding the palms down. We're going to send our right hip over to the right and turn our gaze towards our right glute. So you're creating a slight C with the right side of your body. We move back to center. We push the left hip to the left side. We turn our gaze towards the left. We hold, creating that semi-C the other side. Coming back to center, taking a few rounds of our cat-cow breath. Spine moving up and down. Rolling the breath through each vertebrae as we go. Letting that breath reach the tailbone and the top of the neck. Slow and controlled. Last breath here. And then coming back to your table. We bring our hands, our elbows onto the bolster. It's our left knee that comes forward. Our right leg goes back. We draw that bolster as close to us as we can as we rest the back of the arms down, reaching the hands forward and maybe drawing the chin down. It's always that option to bend the arms, resting the head in the hands. Taking that deep stretch now into the left side of the body. Make any final adjustments so you can now be still. We're going to stay a little longer, exploring stillness. So many of us struggle with stillness. We've become programmed to always be moving, always doing, and often feeling guilty when we stop. And let go of any judgment, any thinking you need to do more, or you don't do enough. And embrace being still, with no agenda. When you're ready, take a walk so your elbows come back to your support. You're going to sit into the left glute, you come up, coming back to our seated position, but this time we're going to take our bolster just in front of us, and we're also going to take our oil if we're using one, doesn't matter if we're not. We're going to rest the soles of the feet on top of our bolster, or maybe it's a pillow, a little bit away from the body. And we're going to use our oil if we're choosing to take one or use one. We're going to apply it to the soles of the feet. So when we use our blend or our oil on the soles of the feet, it gets to work that much quicker. And if you want, you can do a little bit of massage on the soles of your feet. The big toe and the base of the big toe is the head and the neck area. So if you find you struggle with tension in these areas, quite nice to massage that crease of the big toe for the neck and the big toe itself for the head. And as you move down towards the heel, that relates to the spine, the outer edge of the foot. So again, maybe just noticing if there's any areas that feel a little tender, a little tight. And in the very middle of the foot is the solar plexus area, our power chakra. So again, it's a nice area just to put a little bit of pressure. Maybe just pushing in and releasing out a few times with your thumb. Recharging this area, this inner power. And then just finishing up here, I'd like you to grab maybe a second pillow, or it can be your blanket. Just place it on top of your feet. And the idea is we're going to rest down towards it. So it might be that you need to stack it high. I'd like you to be able to bring your forehead down to the support, or you can cross your hands. If your hands are not supporting your head, bring them around your feet. So you want to feel that into your lower back. Your shoulders should be relaxed. You're not hunching them up, you're drawing them down. Making any final adjustments. So you can be still. As you rest in this very supported, nurturing pose, I'd like you to send the whole of your body, yourself, love. Even those parts that you might be judgmental to, critical. Maybe that's saying, I love my feet, my toes, my tummy. I love myself. Maybe even saying your name. You can really learn a lot through animals here. They really love and honour the whole of their body. You certainly would not be saying, I don't like my feet, I don't like my legs. So send yourself love. Fill the whole body up with love. And we're going to rest here for a little longer. Few more breaths. Rolling up when you feel ready. We're going to shift our bolster to our right leg. So you take your legs wide now. Again, you can make that support higher. I'd like you to turn towards your right leg, walk down your bolster. You can always bring your hands to your feet and start to fold towards your right side. So again, maybe it's a cross of the arms, maybe it's grabbing your pillow, your blanket, coming down to that. It's also quite nice to turn the left ear down to your support. And try and relax your shoulders and your arms as much as you can. And if it's difficult, you can again always bend the elbows, let the head rest in the hands. The toes a little wiggle and then just let them relax. Letting go of any gripping, any holding. Notice the jaw and the tongue again, just maybe moving a little and then softening and relaxing. We're going to stay a little longer. Breathe into any of those areas that are feeling tight, feeling like they're gripping and holding. As you exhale, maybe softening a little more, releasing. Last few breaths. You had your head turned, just bring it back to center for a moment. And neck readjust. And we slowly make our way back out. Really take your time as you ease out of the postures. We're going to move to the other side, so do bear in mind it might feel different. You might need to take different support. We want to turn again towards our left leg. We're walking down our bolster. We can always reach for the foot. We can cross the arms, maybe turning the right ear now down to that support. Softening the shoulders. Releasing the arms. And maybe taking that wiggle into the toes and then letting them go. Transitioning further from our day into our night. Again, noticing where is the body holding on. Maybe the glutes, maybe the lower back, maybe the back of the legs, maybe the neck or the shoulders. Sending the breath into that space. exhaling, releasing and softening a little bit more. Few more breaths. And have the head turn, just bring it back to center. These last few breaths. Easing slowly back up. So we're going to bring our bolster back widthways along our yoga mat. If you grab your block, place it at the top of your mat for your head. And then I'd suggest a small blanket over that block, so you have some comfort for your head as well. So we're going to open a little more into the chest and the upper back now. We focus quite a bit with the lower. Let's work the upper and the shoulders and the arms. So you're going to lie back over your bolster, but the idea is your arms are in this middle area. So as you come back, you want to make sure your arms are over your bolster and your block or your pillow, your blanket is there for your head. Once you're there, let your arms open, let your palms face upwards. It is quite a strong stretch in the upper back, so if it feels too much, change your bolster for a rolled up blanket or a smaller pillow. You can keep your legs bent with the soles of the feet on the mat. You can try sending the soles of the feet together if that feels good. Or maybe sending the legs long. Make sure your glutes are on your mat. And don't be afraid to adjust your bolster, your support, so you have that comfort. Once you've made your adjustments, close your eyes if that feels okay. And breathe into your heart space. This area is expanding. And softening on that exhale. Like you're massaging your heart with your breath. A nice time to let go of those things that do not serve you. Letting go of any anger, any unkind words. Freeing up the area of the throat. throat chakra. Soften the shoulders like you're sending them to the ground. Relaxing the palms and the fingers. Ready to receive any guidance, any inner wisdom. Resting here. When ready, bring your arms back over your bolster or your support and just slowly draw yourself up. Take your time. And all we're going to do is draw that bolster into our lower back. I'd like you to remove your block. You can keep a blanket down for your head if you want to. Just make sure it's not on your spine or upper back. And then we're going to roll back over our bolster. And we're going to send that bolster under our lower back, top of the glutes. Our head is either on our mat or on our small blanket. And then from here, we're going to draw the knees into the chest. So you're going to give yourself a hug, squeezing the knees in, pushing the upper back now into your mat. Giving yourself a big hug, big squeeze. Maybe telling yourself how wonderful you are, how beautiful you are, how loved you are. Letting go of the knees, I'd like you to send the legs long if that feels okay. Cactus the arms, palms facing up, or send the arms overhead, stretching long. Don't be afraid to adjust your bolster, your support. Making sure the heels reach the mat, the ground. And holding here. Resting a little longer. From here, slowly draw the knees back in, squeezing them in. Take your time. Let the left leg go long again on your mat, bringing the heel to the ground and just squeeze in the right leg. It does feel quite strong, so if you need to remove your bolster, you do so. A lovely stretch for the psoas muscle, that muscle of emotion, connecting the upper and the lower body. Keep your shoulders relaxed, draw them down to the mat, holding in that right knee, softening the toes, resting here. Draw the left knee back in, taking a squeeze of both knees again. Knees to chest. And then letting that left leg go, just holding its, letting the right leg go, holding in the left. Squeezing that left knee in. And always that option to remove any supports. Checking that the face is soft, there's no gripping of the tongue, the jaw. ready, let that left leg go. Take a bend into both legs, feet on the mat. Just pushing up, sliding your bolster down the mat, pushing it all the way down. You can use your feet to send it away. And let the legs go long. Let the arms go long, taking a full body stretch. Bringing the legs together, squeezing the right knee in. And then with your left hand over the right knee, take that knee over to your left side. You can always grab something to rest the knee down to. Relax your right arm, let the palm face up. Maybe turning the head to the left. Maybe turning to the right. Resting in your spinal twist. Making your way with care back to center. Letting the right leg go long. Taking that stretch again, whole body. Pushing the heels away, lengthening the arms. And then drawing that left knee in. Squeezing it in. And letting the right hand guide the knee down to your right side. Moving the left arm away from the body, palm facing up. Maybe the head is left, maybe right. And then finding that stillness. Coming back to center when you're ready. Take a bend back into the legs. Bring your arms alongside you, tucking in the chin slightly, and just slowly peel up into a bridge for a moment. One breath at the top. And then slowly peel all of the way back down. Keep the left leg bent and send out the right. Take a big wide circle with the right leg. And then a big wide circle the other way. Drop the foot back to the mat. Right leg is bent, send the left leg long. Draw a big wide circle with the left side, left leg. And then take that the opposite way, slowly. Bringing that left foot back to the mat. Last gentle bridge here as you push up. Hold at the top. And exhale. Roll back down. Take a turn of the head over to the right. Sending your right ear towards the mat. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, move over to the left. Sending the left ear down to the mat. And one more time, inhale, center. Slow and controlled. Exhale, right side, sending the head to the right. Right ear down to the mat. Inhale, coming back to center. And last time, over to the left. Holding left side. And inhale, center. Exhale, release. So now is the time to make yourself comfortable. Grabbing your blanket, maybe your bolster under your knees, maybe your crystals in the palm of your hands or on any of the chakra points. Adjusting the whole body so you can be still. Finding your version of Shavasana. Once there, letting the eyes close. Take a big inhale in, squeeze the whole body tight. And as you exhale, let everything go. As you lie in Shavasana, imagine yourself in one of your relaxing natural settings. So maybe somewhere you like to walk or visit. Maybe the beach, maybe a lake, maybe the top of a mountain. So you can feel the grass, the rock, the sand beneath you. As you rest here, you can feel the warmth of the sun. Maybe the sounds of nature. Allowing the earth beneath you to feel your body up. Nourishment, with light, with warmth, with love. Feeling that sense of balance and grounding. Balance and grounding. Now as you rest here, I'd like you to inhale and exhale an affirmation. So you inhale, I am, and you exhale your chosen words. Inhaling, I am, and exhaling your chosen words. sensation now. And just resting right here. Staying here for as long as you need.